Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be piloted by their veteran quarterback, standing 6'4". It's Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development. But he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Back to throw, Tannehill. This complete to Lockett. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Back to Walker on first down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tannehill. He'll get this underneath to Henderson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Tannehill. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Tannehill. He's going to get this underneath to Dallas. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is third down. Now Tannehill. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Tannehill throwing again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there. And this a 39-yard attempt. Johnson's kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, Howell. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
A give up the middle to Singletary. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, they go with Singletary. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Off play action. It's Howell. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
Well, a good job shifting right, finding his target. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Howell. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Singletary. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and goal, Howell. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have moved out in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return, Jackson. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Well, let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, this is Singletary. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this 1st half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
line, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Howell now to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Third and long. Here's Howell. Eluding the pressure right. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big fourth down call.
On fourth down, Dom Maggio out to punt. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. That's one of those, Charles, when it works, it looks amazing, and when it doesn't, it means trouble.
Yeah, you're right about that one, partner, because that allows us to say, what are you thinking when it doesn't work? Although I know in his mind when he made the call, he was thinking about the amazing part.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Here's Howell to throw on second down. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Howell throwing on first down here. Touchdown, Giants! K.J. Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we're into the final 3 weeks of the NFL season. A lot of races going to be coming right down to the wire. Before we get it back to you guys, let's check out what we have coming up this weekend on the Week 16 NFL slate. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there as they get set to host the Philadelphia Eagles. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And lastly, on Sunday Night Football, this will be the one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Matt Breida, 43 yards. And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. It's caught. Lockett. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Tannehill now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Jackson to return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New York set to take the field.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Foul to the air on 1st and 10.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. So that's going to push them back half the distance.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. So that penalty will back him up half the distance to the goal line. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. So they'll walk him back half the distance. Powell out of his own end zone. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. First down, Howell to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Howell. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game. But it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. It's Howell with another throw.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Kyle Rudolph hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point try good by Gano. And they open the lead up now to 25. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
We haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now Tannehill.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They'll roll him out right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Singletary here running out of the gun.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
That is caught at the 7. And he's brought down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney there to make the grab. And the Giants get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Now's a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Now it's Tannehill.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
With it is Jackson.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Throwing here, Howell.
That one complete to Hill. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they're going to speed things up here.
Back to throw, Howell.
Touchdown, Giants. K.J. Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Giants add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Extra point try good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. To throw is Tannehill. Got a man, that's Richie James.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Tannehill.
On the slant, it's Fant. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling
under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
Leonard Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Tannehill.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Tannehill. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one complete on the slant route. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out come the Giants. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
To throw again on 2nd down, Powell. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Powell's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. This duo locked in, 14 yards there and a 1st down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now Howell. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Gano now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Tannehill. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Throwing again is Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Gano the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.